Hi, I'm here with this week's happiness strategy. I'll be reading aloud our weekly featured article. Every week I feature an article on empowered living on my website, and I also share my writing out on Thrive Global. I share both the article, a video, as well as some other tips and strategies out every Thursday morning to my list called M's Weekly Inspiration. And if you're not already signed up to receive those notes, you can do so by following the link that I'll share below this video. I'll also share the direct link to this article if you'd like to have a read through later. So this week our article is called How to Practice Embracing the In-Between Stages of Life. Life is an adventure filled with mysteries and miracles, highs and lows, and an extraordinary range of in-between experiences along the way. I love the lead up and everything about the events that make up the highlight reel of life. The exciting times like getting married, the births of my sons, embarking on a new career path, celebrating milestones with loved ones, and the list goes on. We all have our own highlight reel, and while our experiences may be as different as night and day, the emotion that underlies the experiences is very much the same. It's the zest, the zeal, the passion, the wahoo, life is amazing kinds of feelings and encounters that make us feel truly alive. On the flip side of the highlight reel is where the low points in life reside. The heartaches, losses, rock bottoms, goodbyes to loved ones, and the list goes on as well. The types of experiences that result in grief and hopelessness often instigate intense emotion that can become all-encompassing. What I've noticed and personally experienced in these stages of life is that time stands still and the intensity of the hurt can feel as though it will never wane. While it is never desirable to have to travel down these roads, the sensation of the emotions has a strange way of also making us feel very much alive, though not in a wahoo kind of way by any means. This leaves the in-between part of the life adventure, the place where life settles into a rhythmic pattern with space between the ebb and flow. Life is neither really high nor really low. The subsequent feelings of being truly alive through those intense experiences can also begin to fade. This can be an uncomfortable place to sit for many, myself included. It can feel like a waiting game, and there can be an impatience about what is next, or a desire to numb the experiences we've just had. During these openings, it's not uncommon to want to busy ourselves. Sometimes we can become so busy and distracted, we no longer recognize the nice, calm space that has been placed before us. The period of time in life where we can just be, where we have an opening to breathe, and the time to cultivate a sense of awe for the gift of being alive. In an effort to truly embrace the in-between phases of life, I've made this list of reminders to help us recognize the opportunities before us, to enjoy peace and savor wherever we are. If they seem like a fit for you, try them out or make your own list of reminders. Number 1, be relieved. When the dust settles and life is neither high nor low, breathe a sigh of relief. Enjoy this time and do things that nurture your soul. Number 2, give thanks. Give thanks for the regular mundane tasks, chores, and routine. The act of doing something that's familiar and straightforward provides an opening to engage our senses. Focusing on our senses like sight, smell, or sound helps us experience the task at hand from a richer perspective. Life can be enjoyed in new and refreshing ways when we approach it with a heightened presence and appreciation for regular things we get to do. Number 3, celebrate. Instead of quickly moving to the planning phase for the next dream, goal, or task, spend some time celebrating where you are at this very moment. Pat yourself on the back for your wins. Give yourself a compassionate hug for the hard places you've been. You don't have to be a warrior and keep trekking through life without resting. Be still and give yourself some love for all of the roads you've traveled thus far. Number 4, start noticing. Open your eyes, breathe deeply, listen to the sounds of the birds, and bask in the beauty of your surroundings. The miracles of life are happening at every moment of every day. If you are feeling unsettled and unsure what to do with yourself next, just sit and notice what is around you. Then let it in. Taking in the beauty of our surroundings is a powerful gift we can give ourselves. And number 5, lean in. Find comfort in the calm of the in-between stages of life. Lean into the calm and be grateful for the freedom to explore different ways of experiencing the world in this moment. When we enjoy where we are and embrace the moments before us, it becomes more natural to welcome the in-between stages of life. With continued practice, the in-between stages no longer feel like dull or uncomfortable places to travel. They become the magical spaces where we get to experience what it feels like to be fully alive in the moment. So that is our article for this week, and I will leave you with that thought to ponder, wherever you may find yourself right now, whether you find yourself in an ebb or in the flow of life, or in the in-between stages, to just play with the idea of next time you find yourself in that in-between stage where it can feel a bit unsettling, where you don't have a lot going on that is either high or low, to just embrace where you are and to get comfortable with the idea of letting life in and awakening your senses to notice the magic in your surroundings right now. And to just see those openings as a gift and as time to just really recharge. Because when we just go from thing to thing and we get into that cycle of a roller coaster of life, sometimes without really realizing we might be doing it, we can look and create more drama and chaos in our lives just by not recognizing the space that's before us to just be and to enjoy life and to not have the urge to create anything new or to feel like we have to kind of have a real high or a low in our life, to just simply take that space of being in limbo and to just really bask in that. And I think that when we get into the habit of just sort of going with the flow of our lives, it's natural to, we're not always going to be in an in-between stage. Things do come up in our life that create feelings, highs and lows in our life. So, but when we get into a natural rhythm of moving with the highs, the in-betweens, and the lows of our life, then we can really take in the gifts that are within each of those stages of life. And there is more of a feeling of harmony and balance by just going with that natural flow of what is before us and not feeling like we have to distract or busy ourselves to take ourselves out of whatever is before us. So again, I just invite you to consider these ideas that I presented in the article, and I will share the link below if you'd like to go back and have a read through. And if they resonate, give them a try. And if they don't, I encourage you to create your own list of reminders in a way that does resonate with you to just get more comfortable with being in those in-between stages of life, even if it's just taking a break from technology. It can be when you're standing in the lineup at the grocery store instead of feeling like, because that can kind of just be, a shorter in-between stage where the impulse might be to pull out our phones or to distract ourselves with something, with taking ourselves of the moment that we're really in. So that can be a really neat place just to practice it, is in the grocery store lineup or in any kind of place where you might have this habitual kind of pattern of pulling out your phone, just even like question what that is what you're needing to feed right there in that moment. If it isn't to, make an important phone call or anything like that, to just sort of question yourself and kind of notice where the openings are, to just have more presence and just to bask in the moments that you're in right now. So again, I just invite you to try these on if they resonate, and to have a read through the article if that speaks to you. And as always, I hope that you do have the most amazing week, and I look forward to connecting again soon. Thank you.